Karibu tena sana. You're still on Good Morning Kenya, and now to our last conversation on our Entertainment Thursday segment. My guest ako hapa, that is Steve Mang'ana, who describes himself as a gospel artist. Also, he is a police officer, and that is what we are also set to dissect this morning, as well as understand the role of artists, particularly during this election period, in terms of them spearheading for peace. We've seen that come out a lot from a section of most of these artists. Karibu sana to the program, Steven.
Asante, asante.
Tuanzie wapi? Kwa police officer, tuanzie kwa muziki yako?
You can just start from anywhere.
From anywhere?
Yeah, I'll be able to answer.
All right.
Yes.
Now, you started doing music 5 years back.
Yes.
At this point, were you at the police force? Ulikuwa ushaingia pale ama... When was this?
The first time I did my first song was back in 2013. But during then I was still in high school. But then I took a break. So until I got a job, because you know, most of artists, we are being faced with the challenge of cash. So hii muda yote nilikuja nimechukua break until 2017. Now after I got a job is when now I came fully in music. Yes, so let's just say that from 2017 sasa ndio nimeingia muziki.
Ndio ulianza professionally?
Yes.
Which song was this you did in 2013?
2013 I did an album.
You did an album?
Yes.
Na hukuwa na pesa?
Sikuwa na pesa. Okay, ilikuwa ya I'm an Adventist. Okay. So nilifanya za SDA na ni church ilinichangia. Yes.
The choirs that we normally see.
The choir, yes.
You know those choirs, they're not just any kind of choirs.
Yes,
you see
yes.
in a
So it was a nice album. Nilimba choir. Hata nilikuwa na group walinisaidia kuimba, si kuimba peke yangu.
So this is actually a group effort.
Yes. So now, nili create group. Yes.
Okay, so your time ulianza professionally in 2017, you now chose to do it solo.
Yes.
How would you compare doing music in a group as how you did it in 2013 and now doing solo project? Because I mean, why I ask that also is because unapatanga wasanii wengi wenye wameanza kama group, si wengi wanakaa mpaka mwisho. It's only a few can pick here and there where unasema at least these ones have been in the game for about 10 years or even more. But good number of them, they start as a group, then they disintegrate somewhere in the middle. How would you compare doing music in a group and just doing solo artistry? Okay,
I want to talk for myself.
Yes.
I don't know about other artists. When you're doing your own music, you have your own pace, you have your own time, you have your own planning. Tukiwa tunafanya as a group, it was a bit tricky because you have to, we were like 10. So you have to bring these heads together, which is a bit hard. Lakini wakati sasa unafanya mziki ukiwa peke yako, you find that you have your own planning, your timing. Ukiamua utaenda studio leo, you'll just have to wake up and go to studio, like you don't need to consult anyone. So you find it a bit easier. To me, I feel like I find it a bit easier to plan my music nikiwa peke yangu
as compared to a group.
As compared to group.
So then, does that mean the challenges that one would encounter, because you've been on both sides,
Yes.
So the challenges you encounter as you're in a group are so different from the one you encounter as a solo artist?
Yes. Sababu tena mkiwa in a group, kila mtu ako na mind yake. So kila mtu ako na opinion yake. So by the end of the day unapata hamtaelewana. Inafika mahali ni kama mnaanza you are not reaching an agreement. So to an extent I feel like doing music alone is a bit convenient. Yes.
Basa mbona mwelewani, Steve? Unajua mkianza mnasemanga it's actually said that we are people of one mind. We are going towards the same direction. Yes. We have the same purpose. So mbona watu hawaelewani? Okay,
on my side, we did an album when we were in high school. So, and being that you know, I'm raised in Migori County. So there is that life that you want to live after school. utapata hii group yote now after school kila mtu anataka kwenda zake. You see, so finding time now to come back together to make a group, it becomes very very hard. Sababu unapata mtu ako Nairobi, mwingine ako Mombasa, mwingine ako Kisumu, so it becomes very hard. Alafu tena after school kila mtu ako busy. You want to change your life, you want to live another life all together. So hiyo kwangu ndio niliona ni kama ni challenge, but I really, now that sahi yenye tuko free, sijawahi kuwa in a group, maybe now it can be different from the one that we had those years
back then.
Yes.
All right, now let's come to your music as from when you began doing music professionally in 2017. Yes. And just as you've told us at this point, bado, I mean, before you took a break because kazi iko hapo.
Yes.
Na unajua muziki sio rahisi. People think doing music is simple. I was asking another artist that, you know, just that 3-minute video, people think, yeah, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, but actually takes a lot.
Yes.
But, you know, looking back at your journey, this is like, what, 5 years back. How has it been for you? Just aside from the resources bit of it, how has music been?
Okay, music has got so many challenges.
Why don't you start from the positive bit of music?
Okay, let me
the
just
difficult part of doing music.
Let me just say the negative part of
and
it.
And then you go to the positive.
So that at least the positive part of it will bring some hope. Sababu ukianzia vizuri alafu
umalizie vibaya, si mzuri.
Si mzuri.
Okay.
Music has so many challenges, especially the marketing part of it.
And is this specific to gospel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because you find that you'll go to studio, use money, na si pesa kidogo, do your video, because for your songs to be played, you have to do a good production, both on audio part and the video part. But now, after you've done it, now what else? Uko nayo hapo, finding time to okay, for the song to be played, for the song to be seen. Yes, nowadays we open a YouTube account channel, you upload them there. But that is not enough. You have to walk from one media station to the other, at least to spread this music. That becomes a challenge, especially to the upcoming artists, because you do not know anyone. You don't ujui mahali unaanzia, you do not know where you are going. So that is one bit yenye nimeona kama imekuwa challenge sana. Then apart from that, it's timing. Now when it comes to my side, ya kazi, the timing, because my job demands time. So finding time to go to studio is not something so easy. You have to fix your time. So the timing and the marketing part, those are the areas that have really faced a lot of challenges. But personally, I love music. And I feel music, and the response I've been getting from people, from fans and from people listening to my songs keeps me going, because so many people love my songs, and at least each day I have to add a fan. And that has kept me going. Yes.
Now we'll just look at your various songs momentarily as you continue this conversation, but I want us to stick a bit on the marketing side.
Yes.
Because I tend to think that this is not an area whereby we explore oftentimes, even when you talk about music. And I think that it's one of those critical areas to just, for artists to understand. You know, Joto anasemanga niko na talent.
Yes.
And this one will take me places, but you forget, as you've mentioned, there's a very important aspect of marketing and how do you do this. But just as we begin on that, do you think, in your perspective, since you've been here for a while, hii ni one of those things that artists fail to understand, that it is important to market your music? And if so, how do you even start doing this marketing? What is the best place to start from?
Okay. It is true, so many artists have failed on the marketing side, because having a talent is not enough. You can sing like an angel.
Someone said talent is only 10% in every capacity.
Yes. You can sing like you can break the whole world, but that is not enough. We've seen so many people singing, but I get so much encouraged. I've been listening to before I began my music, I've been listening to other people's music, and I've been following so many artists, both in secular part and gospel part. And one thing I've learned is that so many people, even the people who are famous, people who are known, you find them, at least each day they try to make moves. They want to move from one step to the other. They are not just seated. But most of the artists, unapata mtu anaenda studio, ana record, akisha record, anafanya video, ana-upload kwa YouTube, imefikia hapo.
Na feel sasa, mimi nishafanya part yangu.
Yes. Then wanasahau the marketing side. So I would advise the artists, talent is not enough. You have to go outside there. You just have to go. Sumbua hawa watu. Yes, because hakuna mwenye atakutafuta hapo. There are so many artists in Kenya. And kila mtu anataka at least kukama mahali tofauti kesho.
Yeah.
So if you are not yani kama ujitumi, like if you're not just going outside there to look for help, hakuna mwenye atakusaidia. Yes.
So it starts with you.
It starts with you. Hakuna mwenye okay, itakaa hapo kwa channel ni tamu, yes, atukatai. Lakini itakaa hapo kwa channel, itakaa na hizo views 10, ikienda sana 100 views. But song yako ni poa, quality iko poa. You are asking yourself, shida iko wapi? Shida ni wewe mwenyewe. Yes.
For you, which mechanisms did you employ for marketing? Kwa sababu unapata pia wengine anasema kwamba nimepeleka pale kwa TV stations hawachezi, nimetafuta mtoto kunifanya this activations, you know, the activations that also artists do, but nothing is really happening. So for you, which methods did you use or employ just to market your music?
Okay, I have my platforms.
There's a social media platform?
Yes. Like, and all of them are active. And I'm one person mwenye a day cannot go without being online, and I have to interact with fans. You know, music, for your music to play, you have to gain fans. Yeah. So it's up to you to gain fans. I have page, I have on Facebook. So apart from sending your songs to the media stations, there is these other platforms zenye songs zako zinaweza fanya mzuri zaidi, especially on YouTube. You have to send your channel links to people. Mimi mtu nikitoa song leo, I make sure that hiyo link imefikia kila mtu kwa phone book yangu, kwa wale watu wote kwa WhatsApp. I'll make sure that on the first 2 weeks it is running on my page. So unapata hata song yako we mwenyewe before utume huko, some DJs washaipata. Sasa hapo umetoa
through the links.
Yes, through the links. So that is one mechanism I've been using to market my songs. So pages zako za social media lazima ziwe active kama msanii. Yes.
Siseme tu nimeweka hapo kwa YouTube, si mtaiona.
Eti mtaipata wapi? Like there are so many people, kuna watu wengine hawaendi YouTube, but ukituma link yako kwa Facebook, aone link yako, atatumia hiyo link kufika YouTube. So we have to be very we have to be very aggressive on the marketing side. Lazima tujitolee. Yes.
So if I'm getting you, Stephen, so basically what you're saying is that also for music to pay, you know, just not taking and looking at art as a side hustle, but as a main hustle as it needs to be, it also needs a lot of your input as an artist. In fact, your input is needed so much, and with a lot of patience. That is also one thing that is always missing.
That is one thing that so many artists have missed. Mtu anatoa song leo. I've seen so many people on my DM. Mtu amekuona kwa TV ama ameona song yako inachezwa mahali, ameanza kukuuliza, can we do a collab? How can you help me? How can you, not knowing the far or the effort that you've put. So one thing I normally ask people, what do you have? Sababu, even when we go back to the Bible, when God was sending Moses to the people of Israelites, he had got something on the hand. So what do you have? What have you done? What effort are you making? So that is one thing that I would urge all the artists to put the effort. Bila effort, hata ukiimba miaka ngapi, you are not going anywhere. Yes.
That means a lot of work is needed.
Yes.
Now, you've done quite a number of your songs in your local dialect, in Luo.
Yeah.
And I was just telling you earlier that, in fact, I think over the past 2 or 3 weeks, wale wasanii wanakuja hapa, good number of them, they've done songs in their local dialects. We had one last week who's done, in fact, the entire, most of his album, just having Kisii songs. And it's like a trend I'm realizing with good number of artists. They're really releasing music in their local dialect or their mother tongue. Kama ni Mkikuyu anatoa ya Kikuyu, ya Luya, hivyo hivyo. Is this a trend that is actually taking place in the music sphere or space, and why is this happening?
I think so many artists have realized that east or west, home is the best. So you have to begin from home. When I was beginning my music, I did a lot of Swahili songs to an extent that so many people were asking me, are you a Kenyan or are you a Tanzanian? Especially when I did a Kampuni song, so many people were asking me that. But it reached a point. I also didn't know if I could do a Luo song because it never crossed my mind. But when I did a collab with my boss, one of mahali nilikuwa nafanya kazi before, kulikuwa na inspector pia ni muimbaji. Then he called for a collabo, and the collabo was in Kikuyu, and he was insisting that we have to sing in Kikuyu. Then I was asking myself, kwa nini? I also felt the need of trying a Luo song. That's when I began singing Luo songs. And I can tell you for the fact that the moment I did that song, I got a very positive reception. Like, it was nice. People really received it more than the way the
Swahili songs were received.
So I came to realize that when you begin it from the origin, like you do you do the originality, like you bring it before exposing yourself to the world. At least you begin from where you come from. That's where kitambo, I think, tulikuja tukapotea. And we are getting back to sanity. We are going back to our minds.
Our roots, to where we need to be.
To where we were supposed to be.
Where we're supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay. So that's okay. It took us quite long before realizing that we were supposed to start it there. But I'm happy because I've seen so many musicians going back, and I can remember the first song which really motivated me to do a Luo song was the Mr. Seed song. Ohala, sijui, yeah, the Luo song. It was really nice, and somebody like Mr. Seed who has been singing
for a long while.
For a long time, and in fact he was singing in a Nigerian accent.
Yeah, he began from there.
Yeah, then singing a Luo song, and it was really received. So it really motivated me to also do, and I thank my fans because they have received it, and the producers who have been working with me have really done a good song to an extent that even the fans who do not understand, they enjoy the beats.
They can enjoy the beat.
Yes.
But let me just pick your mind on this also, Stephen. Yes. Now that you also brought Mr. Sid in there, and do you think it's a time whereby we need to go back there, even just as Kenyan artists? Because utapata wengine wakianza, as you've talked about Mr. Sid, up until just recently, he would use the Nigerian accent. Yes. We've had some who would use the Tanzanian accent. We've had some who would use the Congo beats and Congo accents therein. Lakini tunajisahau wenyewe, tunasahau kumbe pia si tuko na lugha zetu tunaweza tukazitumia. But do you feel it's a time whereby artists also just, aside from the few that we've seen here and there, you also being among them, but is it also a time whereby even just as Kenyans, kama wasanii wa Kenya, we need to go back to where we came from, appreciate who we are, appreciate our style, our language, and our way of doing things, not just copying? Yeah,
it is very important to embrace yourself, to love yourself. So okay. You can make another style, like the Nigerian style, the Congolese style, but you have to begin from from yourself. Bring it. Okay, show people your true origin, your true character. After you've done that, now you can copy from other, because changing tastes is not bad. But you have to begin. We have to know you. We have to know who you are, like the real you. So copying is not bad, but you have to begin from yourself. Toa ile the origin, bring it out, show it first, so that we know you. So that at least ukileta kitu ingine, ni mzuri sana kuchange taste, kuleta hiyo kitu tofauti, watu watashangaa, ai, anaimbanga hivi, kumbe anaweza change to taste to this. Hata itafanya watu wawe so much excited to so much interested to listen to your songs. Because ukiwa tena na style moja, especially music is a art, and you have to make it tasty. So ukicontinue na one style kila wakati, you lose fans. It is very hard to gain fans, but it is very easy to lose them. So you also have to maintain that. Yes.
So you're saying there's nothing wrong with adapting, just also start from...
Yes, there is nothing wrong, but you have to begin from your own. Yes. Begin
from your own.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Talk to us about Alongo Yesu.
Alongo Yesu is a song I did last year. It is a song that...
One of your recent songs?
Yes, yes. Okay, by the way, I did it early this year. Early this year. And Alongo Yesu means I'm calling unto Jesus. It is a song that I really love so much, because, you know, sometimes things can just go well, or things can just go bad, until you begin asking yourself. So I've seen God working with me. I've been through a lot of challenges, through bad and good times. And by the end of the day, I'm like, who has always been helping me do this? Of course, it's God. So I was singing, I'm calling unto Jesus, because hata marafiki waniache, hata nibaki peke yangu, he is always there, standing by my side. I've seen God in some state, like ukiwa tu uoni mbele uoni nyuma, but God is always there. So that's the reason why I was just reminding myself that by the end of the day, I still need God in my life. I just call unto him, like he's the one I need most. Yes.
Looks like you've really been in what, how is it said? In hell and high waters for you to actually release such kind of a song and be so passionate about how you talk about it.
Yes.
So then what really informs the kind of content you create? Because, you know, just listening to you talk about your recent song, it's basically the things that you went through as a person. Cindy?
Yes.
What informs your content?
Okay, not necessarily. Okay, it depends with the song. Okay, I do a song during, okay, it depends ni wakati gani. Na if you listen to Amani Kenya, it's a song I sang for Kenyans, especially now that we are heading to elections. That is one thing that people should keep in mind. Now you see Amani Kenya. When I sing Alongo Yesu, it's a song I'm calling unto Jesus. There is a song called Kampuni. Kampuni, I was just praising God for creating us. Like, sisi ni kazi ya kampuni yake. Kampuni yake inafanya kazi mzuri. Like, it has got the best product. So, naimba kulingana na wakati na season, yes.
So basically, kutafanyika at this point, this is what informs your content.
Yes, yes. I can say that then, and also just things around.
Things around your environment.
Yes, I'm someone who can go to church, listen to preachings, or see how people behave. Then I've just come with an idea.
You'll come with an idea
from the congregation, and I do a song.
So, haukai pale kwa word, you see inspiration from the Holy Spirit, inspiration from God. You know, for gospel artists, this is largely what informs good number of their content.
Okay, when we read letters of Paul, kila mtu akona gift yake, and si kila mtu. Okay, there's some that dream the song, like mtu alilala asubuhi usiku akaota eti anaimba. he or she writes it down. Kuna mwenye anaweza kuwa anatembea anasikia tu, kuna mwingine tena tu anasikia, like someone like me, I feel like just writing a song, there is an idea coming, and that's how I do it. So kila mtu akona gift yake, but by the end of the day, we are all inspired by God and by the Holy Spirit, because you cannot sing, you cannot bring it out without the Holy Spirit. Yes.
Well said. As we now sort of wind down this conversation, Stephen, I just want to pick your mind again on the role of artists, because you've talked about Amani Kenya, which is a song that talks about peace. You did this song in 2020 when we really had a hit on BBI.
Yes.
Now as you head over to elections, and tunaona wasanii wengi wana I mean, art in its all entirety. Talk about spoken artistry, talk about music. They're really putting themselves out there just as agents and champions of peace for this election.
Yes.
In this election, so to speak. But role ya artist haswa inakuanga gani?
You know, artists, we have a very big role, because through artists we can bring peace, and we can also bring chaos. Because
so they're really very pivotal people, eh?
Yes, because it depends with what you sing. Remember, when you sing, especially mimi ni mwanamuziki mwenye sasa ndio ana come up. Lakini there's some good artists when you wakitoa song leo, kesho iko everywhere. So artists, we have a big role, because if you mess, you are going to mess the whole. Let me tell you, the group of people when you want to follow sana ni politicians and the artists. So what you bring on table really matters a lot. What you tell people, what you show people. So it really matters a lot. If you bring something which is negative, you are going to like unaenda kuharibu kila kitu. So artists, just as politicians, artists, we have a very big role, and we have to preach that peace, because when we preach peace, remember, kuna artist wenye wanapendwa sana, mtu anapendwa tu. If you preach peace, that's what your fans will want to do. But if you preach the other way around, that's what your fans will do, just like politicians. So we really have a lot of work to do. We really have a big role to play in political
space.
Yes.
Yeah. So your fans were expecting, what should they expect from you?
Okay, I was working on an album called Shukrani, and I've done so far 4 songs in that album, and Sina Raka. But very soon I'm doing another song which is not in the album, but because I've not been able to do the video for the songs in the album, and I will not do any until I'm done with the album. But besides album, kuna song yenye inakam very soon inakuja. So my fans should be tuned. They should be ready, because so many good things are coming on the way. So, and please continue supporting me, because I have the confidence in you. Without my fans, siko.
Well
Yes.
said. And a good place to end this conversation. Asante sana for your time, Stephen, and just for talking to us about your journey, how it's been in the music, at least just as an eye-opener also for other upcoming artists out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes.
That has been Stephen Mang'ana, a gospel artist, talking to us about his music and how it has been thus far. A good place to end this conversation, and ultimately, good morning, Kenya. I'm Doreen Arange Okello on behalf of the entire team. Asante sana. Till next week, have a good morning.